Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your daily messages reading. Sorry about all the pop ups. I'm getting a lot of pop ups on this side. I got a new cat. Um, Not sure if it's a he or a she. I think it's a he, but I decided to name him Snowflake because of his fur. And more pop ups again. But any and all negative energies that come to this reading, I repel back to sender and the name of Jesus and with the help of Archangel Michael. So let's get started on your reading. We're using the Angel Wisdom Tarot, which is what we've been using lately. Um so for the past Scorpio, which will be yesterday, we have the Six of Swords, which is a very positive card. You're cutting out anything and anyone that no longer serves you. I'm not trying to cover up the cat. I'm just trying to get into my spot that I like to sit on the couch. But this is the end of challenging times. Okay, things are looking up, a welcome relief, finding your way to a peaceful place, the end of a depression, the end of depression or an illness, travel or relocation. So some of you could have been moving yesterday, or this could have been the end of a depression or an illness. So, for example, if some of you had a cold or a sickness, that was ending yesterday. Could have been something you did that was causing it to end. I was reading online yesterday that gargling with warm salt water can help with throat infections. Okay. So, with this Six of Air, what we're getting is the sun coming out and you finally seeing the joyful light of a brand new day. Happy changes enter your life. Turn your face to the sun, leave your troubles behind. Okay. So yesterday was the perfect time for making changes at home in your career or to your entire outlook on life. Okay. Some of you are changing a perspective about your outlook on life. It might be time for some travel, or your journey might be a metaphorical one. If you've been considering a move or relocation, this card would indicate that the time is right. Additional meanings of this card are the end of conflict, life moving on, facing your problems so that they no longer trouble you, a welcome relief, and what I mentioned earlier, the end of depression or an illness. Okay. Um, so let's clarify that Six of Air. We have the High Priestess, so you really weren't saying much of anything yesterday. With this Four of Air, you were resting yesterday. You're basically letting go of someone from your past because we also have the Six of Cups, okay? If this was not about you letting go of someone, you could have been headed towards more peaceful activities that reminded you of your childhood yesterday. For example, maybe you went skating yesterday or bowling or you did something fun. Not that you have to be a child to bowl, but I'm just saying, you may have done some sort of activity yesterday that reminded you of your childhood. Some of you could be moving away from someone you knew from childhood or someone you knew from high school. And I was thinking about this card today, actually, the Six of Cups energy. Six of Cups, not only does it represent someone from the past, but as a person, I think I've read somewhere that Six of Cups can also possibly represent someone who refuses to grow up. Maybe you were leaving behind someone who refuses to grow up. And I think this card is interesting because in this Six of Water card, we have a little boy and a little girl, but she does look a little bit taller than the boy. Not that, height or physical appearances matter, but it kind of reminds me of the phrase about how girls mature faster than boys. So I'm not sure if that's true or not, but some of you could be more mature than your ex and you were leaving them behind yesterday. Okay. Um, for today, Scorpio, we have the Page of Fire. Someone may have been trying to send you a message, like texting you or messaging you on social media. The Page of Fire is someone who's young, enthusiastic, optimistic, creative, kind of impatient. Some of you could have been doing things today that fuel your passions, or you could have been messaging someone with this Page of Fire. We have the Ten of Cups, the Page of Cups. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn with this ego card, which in the traditional tarot is normally the Devil card. Some of you could have been maybe messaging a Capricorn today and apologizing to a Capricorn, or you could have had a Capricorn that was apologizing to you or someone with Capricorn in their chart. Okay? So you left behind someone from your past yesterday, but today you may have tried to mend things with someone else. Okay? So it looks like you were trying to mend things with someone else. Or if you had sent this person an apology in the past and it didn't get through today, maybe it was their first time reading the message or their first time seeing that it got through. Okay. Now for tomorrow, Scorpio, we have the Three of Fire. You could be talking to someone who lives at a distance from you tomorrow. This is about you planning for the long term, experiencing abundance from past choices, pride in the success of your labors, and being patient as you decide what's next. We have the Two of Cups, the Death card, which is your card, Scorpio, and the Knight of Pentacles. Now, some of you may be hanging out with someone tomorrow that lives at a distance from you, or you're releasing someone that lives at a distance from you. This Knight of Pentacles energy is actually a good energy. It's someone who is very loyal, dedicated, protective, apprehensive, but this is the type of person that plans carefully before taking action. Um, a guardian angel or someone who's watching over you. So, some of you could be ending things with that type of person. I don't think you're ending things with them because they're a bad person. I think you may be ending things with this person because they live at a distance from you. They live far away from you. And it's like, well, what's the point of us hanging out if you live far away? It could be a situation like that. So, I know I'm acting weird, Scorpio, but I swallowed a cat hair earlier, so I got a headache now, and I don't know what's going on, honestly. I should have washed my face before I had some water earlier because that was when I had all these cat hairs on me. But your attitude for today was the Star. So this is basically you focused on your healing, okay? So you having faith that the future is bright, dreams coming true, positive changes that bring an end to challenging times, the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. So you're focused on your healing today. I don't know what you did today to focus on your healing, but I'm going to pull out one of my tarot books that I like to use for the attitude position. And we're going to get into that with this Star card energy. So you're the type of person who has faith in the future. I think you have faith in the future of this connection with this person that has Capricorn in their chart. You're healing from the past, and you have faith in the future of you having a future with that Capricorn. Um, you could have religious or spiritual beliefs. But generally, the card represents anyone who is able to look beyond present difficulties and believes in a way toward a better world. Okay. The star can concern guides of all kinds, whether this is an astrologer, motivational speaker, or self help guru. You can help people to find light amid darkness and a path of hope when there doesn't appear to be one. Okay. So some of you are guides to other people or just guides in general. We have the Eight of Swords. You have been trapped in your head lately. You have been worried a lot. This kind of reminds me of me worrying about, swallowing a cat hair because I was like, well, oh my God, do I have toxoplasmosis? Is that why I'm getting a headache? Like I'm such a germ phobe. And so you've been going through all sorts of anxieties and worries, okay? And these anxieties and worries have been causing your emotions to go up and down because we have the wheel, which is someone whose emotions go up and down, up and down. And some of you may have Leo in your chart with the strength card, or some of you are trying to be strong. You may not be talking to a certain person while you're healing, and your emotions are just going up and down as you try to rebalance yourself, as you try to let go of this past person that you're letting go of, okay? Influencing you today was the Seven of Cups. You have a lot of options, okay, Scorpio. You could have went to some sort of social event today and maybe have been surrounded by a lot of options. Or Seven of Cups could also be, if it's not representing you having a lot of options, it could be someone you were dealing with from the past whose head is up in the clouds. Someone with the Seven of Cups energy, they have all these dreams and ideas, but they never fulfill them. So some of you may have been influenced by a dreamer type of energy, someone who's like, baby, tomorrow we're going to do this, tomorrow we're going to do that. And it's just dreams, it's just stuff that they never really plan on doing. Now we have Seven of Wands energy, Five of Wands. You're dealing with someone who has a lot of conflict, okay? And if this is about you having a lot of choices, you could be having a lot of people fighting over you around this time. In the traditional tarot card, you'll see five people with five wands. Everyone's fighting over whose wand is the best, but I think this is mainly about a person you're dealing with because we get this world card. Some of you could be dealing with someone that's older that you're letting go of. And supposedly, this person has learned all the lessons that they need to learn. Some of you may have this person on block with this Seven of Wands energy, or this may be the type of person who they start a lot of fights. And the problem is they start a lot of fights under the guise of standing up for themselves. Because we have the Seven of Wands, the Five of Wands, and when we have this world card, this is like an older person, someone who's older than you, and they may start like these little fights, these little disagreements under the guise that they're just standing up for themselves, but really they're just wanting to start a fight with this Five of Wands energy. This person could have blocked you at one point, and if they're not involved in starting fights or fighting a lot, this person is surrounded by drama with that Five of Wands energy. And you would think that would not be their life, with this world card. You would think that, being older, that they'd possibly be more mature, but it's not looking that way. Whoever you let go in the past, this is someone who has a lot of conflict, a lot of drama going on in their world. So they just seem to be fighting with a group of people. And if they had feelings for you, those people may not have liked the fact that they had feelings for you. And they may be fighting with that group of people because they have feelings for you. Okay. Um, I want to look up that Seven of Wands energy more to know more about it. So this is someone who's a born fighter, okay? And they believe in themselves. And this is a good person to have on your side since they will defend your honor without question, but they can become a difficult opponent to beat, okay? So you're dealing with someone who's older, who's a fighter. Maybe they've had to fight a lot in their life. Kind of reminds me of Putin, and I'm not trying to get political and stuff. I'm not really into politics, but when I looked into Putin's background as a child, and how he starved on the streets of Russia, I think he grew up in an orphanage or he grew up somewhere where him and a bunch of other boys were always fighting over food. And I think the food they were fighting over, of all things, was probably like tomato soup, which is actually very common in Russia. But for some reason, the tomato soup is what I'm saying is very common in Russia. Not necessarily fighting itself, but tomato soup. And that's what your person reminds me of. I'm not saying your person, well, that's who your person reminds me of, because Putin is a who, he's not a what. But I'm not saying your person grew up fighting with people over tomato soup, but I'm saying your person is probably the type of person who has had to fight for everything they have. And but they're still surrounded by a lot of conflict and drama, okay? For some of you, this person may have gotten violent towards you or threatened violence towards you with that Five of Wands energy, and that's why you just had to leave them in the past. You had to get away from this person. Your obstacle for today is the Queen of Pentacles. So the person you let go of was already married, but they were married to a Queen of Pentacles, okay? Um, and I don't read cards backwards. Well, I don't read cards upside down in the reverse. So if this is meant to be in the reverse, it's not going to show up in the reverse because I don't have any cards that are in the reverse. I keep mine all in the upright. But you're still, your obstacle is still that you're dealing with the Queen of Pentacles because you let this person go. But this Queen of Pentacles, may be jealous or judgmental towards you, even though you let their person go. They may not see it that way. They may think that you're still in love with their person or that you're still involved with their person. They're just refusing to let go of the past, is what I'm seeing. And now, for some of you, if this is not another woman, in a blockage position, you may be caring so much for others at the expense of your own emotional needs. So that's the other thing. If you were involved with someone who was physically, emotionally, psychologically, whatever you want to call it, abusive, maybe you cared too much for this person to the detriment of your own emotional needs. And that was, a blockage card for you today. I don't know what you were involved in today, but maybe you were caring so much for someone else, you didn't really take your needs into consideration. It may not have had anything to do with your past person, but we have the Two of Swords, which reminds me of that phrase, love is blind. And we have the Queen of Wands, Three of Cups. So yeah, this could definitely be a third party that was involved in this with that Three of Cups energy. Um, for some of you, your blockage is that this person's person wants a reunion with you, okay? So if you hung out with someone who was married and they didn't tell you, now their wife or their spouse wants to see you. The only reason I said the love is blind part is because if the blockage was about you caring too much, yeah, I could see you being blind to your own needs. But after I pulled that Three of Cups card, I can definitely see this is about a third party, okay? Um, Some of you may be wanting a reunion with your person at the expense of your own needs, but I would kind of doubt that because we started off the reading with you cutting off your past person. So I really think this is a third party that wants to see you. They're angry at you for getting involved with their spouse, regardless of whether you knew or not. And they're kind of in this energy, this mentality of, well, I want to see her now, or I want to see him now. So, but this person could be in denial about their spouse with that Two of Swords energy. It's like they don't want to see the bad that their spouse does. They just want to blame it on someone else, you know? Your outcome for today is the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is basically going after what you want. Today, you went after what you wanted, which was a relationship with someone new. We have the Seven of Swords, the Justice card, and the King of Cups. Okay. So, some of you had ended things with someone else, and you were sneaking off to be with a King of Cups. Okay. Or you may have met a King of Cups today. So, Seven of Swords, the Justice, King of Cups. What you did not see coming today was the Knight of Water. So, someone approached you with a love offer today. Some of you had a love offer. Some of you had someone approach you with a love offer. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Six of Wands. This person could have Leo in their chart. Someone could have bought you something today, like a drink or something else. This person may be very abundant with that Ace of Pentacles. So I think someone made you a love offer today. Or someone could have invited you out on a date. What's the advice for Scorpio? Your advice is to basically to let go of someone. You've already let go of a past person, but I think the cards could be telling you to let go of this person that made you a love offer today. Not the one that apologized to you, not the one that you apologized to or that apologized to you, but it looks like a new person came in today and made you some sort of love offer. And with this King of Wands energy, you're being encouraged to, sit on your throne. Don't leave your throne. Possibly let go of someone with this Five of Pentacles energy. Let go of someone. And focus on your own happiness with this Sun card. Some of you are being encouraged to let go of a Leo because Leo can represent the Sun. But you are being encouraged to focus on your own happiness at this time. I'm going to get some messages from Archangel Michael. So this is Archangel Michael. You have a lot of different energies in your reading, but the energy that's the heaviest to me is the energy of course, your energy, but also the energy of the person who was married, the person you let go of that was married, and so I want to know what Archangel Michael has to say about this situation. Okay. So the main message from Archangel Michael today is use your imagination and you'll see the answer. So, dear God, thank you for granting me the wisdom and creativity to see your miracles in new and unexpected ways. I gratefully and gracefully accept and appreciate your help. And then you describe the situation. And it starts off with my prayer and then it says the prayer. So you need to use your imagination and you'll see the answer about a certain situation. Your inner guidance is real and trustworthy, and pay attention to your dreams. Okay. So if you're having nightmares about this past person that was married, you need to pay attention to your dreams. Your children are watched over by angels, and you are guarded and protected. Some of you are finding your eternal love or dealing with the situation that you thought was your eternal love, but you're still being called to detach from the situation at this time. Regardless of whether this person is your eternal love or not, they are married, so you need to detach from the situation at this time. You and your loved ones are safe, and you're experiencing new beginnings and a fresh start. Okay. So, yeah, this person was married, and I don't think they want a reunion with you, but for some reason their spouse does. Their spouse wants to see you or talk to you, and it's just a big mess. That's all it is a big mess. Let's get some love oracle cards on this while I'm getting all these pop-ups. And then we'll end this with some messages from your person. I forgot to do the oracle cards, but that's okay. Your person's wife is a trip or husband. I'm like, you getting mad at Scorpio because of something Scorpio did, and Scorpio did not know that this person was married. So I guess some people could try to be like, well, Scorpio's psychic, Scorpio should have known. Well, everyone does have different abilities and gifts, but sometimes for me, with my psychic dreams, I get the information later. I don't always get it ahead of time. So, um, and not everyone is psychic. So, and just because someone's a Scorpio doesn't mean they're psychic, because everyone's different. All right. All right, Scorpio, let's get your messages. Your main message is this is ending, okay? So we do have the coffin here. So this is a definite ending on this past relationship. Yeah, and we get a second card about an ending. We have the Grim Reaper, okay? It's possible that the next time you see this person will be in heaven. I'm not saying they're going to die soon, but with this Grim Reaper and Paradise card, it's like you and this person, it's like you could be enjoying each other in the 5D, fantasizing about each other, enjoying each other, but I definitely see an ending in the 3D between you and your past person. We have kisses. You fell in love with this person, but when you were, I guess, close to this person, you may have learned something about them that you didn't know. And whatever you learned about them gave you what you needed to know to move on. So, for example, some of you, if this person had some sort of illness, you got to see it on their body or on their hands, and that just gave you information you needed to move on. We have cassettes. Some of you are letting go of outdated thinking and healing your inner child with this butterfly card, and you are ascending at this time. And you and this person were twin flames, okay? You're ascending from this twin flame connection. So just because you're twin flames doesn't mean you have to be together. Sometimes a twin flame connection can actually hold you back. And, when you're supposed to be focusing on spiritual matters, a twin flame connection can actually hinder that. And that was something I learned from Rambling Mike's Tarot. Hi, Snowflake. Look at Snowflake wanting to walk everywhere. Snowflake wants to walk on the book. Snowflake wants to walk everywhere. I've cuddled with you 3 times today, Snowflake. Oh, God. Yep, just put your butt in the air. Because that's what people want to see, right? People come to see the cat's tail in the air. That's what people come to see. Yeah. Uh, I don't know if these cards are going to work right. Snowflake's got me distracted tonight. I've seen other tarot readers out there with cats, but I never thought I would have one because I have not had a cat in a long time. And she does not have any fleas. She is a clean cat, but I'm still not used to her because I haven't had a cat in years. And, even if she doesn't have any fleas, of course, she still has a lot of fur, and I'm not used to all that fur, am I, Snowflake? No, I'm not. Getting fur everywhere. Oh, look, Snowflake. I wish I had treated you better. That's the main message this person wants to tell you. It's kind of too late for that, isn't it, Scorpio? I can't believe they're saying all this. You are the best thing in my life, and we will be together again. I can't stop thinking about you, and I wish I could share my good news with you. I keep getting that for this person, this good news thing. I'm starting to understand our connection, and sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I love you, and I bury myself in work to forget you. I didn't know they felt that strongly about you. Sometimes it's hard to tell how people feel because I mean, especially since this person was married. I've been looking at your reading, Scorpio, and the type of energy you've been dealing with, and I'm just like, oh my God, some married person used Scorpio, and all these deep feelings are coming out. But I think it is true that you never know what you've got until it's gone, and I think that's the reason why all these strong feelings this person has for you are finally coming out. And you know before those feelings weren't coming out, but now they are because you have moved away from them. You've completely cut them off. So now they know how they truly feel about you. I think before they were trying to deny it, before they were trying to deny it to themselves and to everyone else how they felt about you. But now this drama and this chaos is coming into their life because now that you're not there at all, all those feelings are coming out and people see it. People know how they feel about you and they can no longer deny it because it's like written all over their face. It's like they may look sad or upset one day and someone may ask them, "Well, you miss so and so, don't you?" And no, I don't, trying to deny it, but just looking so obvious now that you have completely left them. So, yeah, they got to get it together because they're clearly wearing their heart on their sleeve around this time. And I'm not saying feelings are bad. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that because all these feelings are coming out, it's drawing a lot of attention to them, and it's showing people that they were lying all along about how they truly felt. So that's all I have, Scorpio. If it were me, like, and don't listen to my advice just because I'm a tarot reader. Do what you feel is right. But if it were me, I would just focus on myself because this person, they have a lot of work to do on themselves as well, and we're not always meant to be with our twin flames. But thank you for coming to this reading, and namaste. Bye for now.